You know what's depressing? Most people work their entire lives, 30, 40, 50 years, and never hit $250,000 in net worth. Not in investments, not in savings, not even when you add up everything they own minus what they owe. 250,000 sounds like a lot when you're starting from zero, but it's not some impossible number. It's not generational wealth. It's not winning the lottery. It's literally just saving and investing consistently for a couple of decades. And yet, the vast majority of people never get there. Not because they can't, not because they don't earn enough, but because of one specific thing they keep doing that absolutely guarantees they'll stay stuck. My name is Chris, and I spend way too much time thinking about money and why people make the financial decisions they do. And what I've realized is that the gap between people who build wealth and people who don't isn't about income or luck or some secret strategy. It's about one fundamental behavior that most people practice every single day without even realizing it's destroying their financial future. And by the end of this, you're going to see exactly what that behavior is, why it's so dangerous, and how to stop doing it before it's too late. So let's start with why $250,000 matters, because I think a lot of people don't understand what this number represents. It's not about the specific amount. It's about what reaching that milestone proves. Getting to 250,000 means you've done something that most people never do. You've built a financial buffer that gives you options. You've accumulated enough that compound interest is starting to work meaningfully in your favor. You're generating real returns every year just from having money invested. But more importantly, reaching 250,000 means you've broken the cycle. You've proven you can earn money and not spend it all. You've shown you can delay gratification. You've demonstrated discipline over years, not just months. That's why this number matters. It's not the destination. It's proof that you've fundamentally changed your relationship with money. And the fact that most people never reach it tells you everything you need to know about how broken most people's relationship with money actually is. Here's the reason most people never get there. And honestly, it's so simple, it's almost painful. They treat their income as their spending limit. They make $40,000 a year, they spend $40,000 a year. They make $80,000 a year, they spend $80,000 a year. They make $120,000 a year, and guess what? They spend $120,000 a year. Income goes up, spending goes up right alongside it, and net worth stays basically flat for decades. This is called lifestyle inflation, but that term makes it sound like some kind of natural economic force, like inflation in the economy that you can't control. But that's not what it is. It's a choice. It's a pattern. It's the decision made hundreds of times over the course of your life to let your expenses rise to meet your income instead of keeping them stable and investing the difference. And that decision, repeated consistently over 20 or 30 years, is the single biggest reason people never accumulate wealth. Here's what it looks like in practice. You're 25, making $40,000 a year, and you're living in a cheap apartment with roommates, driving a used car, being careful with money because you have to be. Then you're 30 and you've moved up in your career. Now you're making $60,000. That extra $20,000 feels amazing. But instead of saving or investing most of it, you upgrade. You get your own place. You finance a nicer car. You start eating out more, traveling more, buying nicer stuff. Your life gets better, which feels great, but your net worth barely budges because your expenses grew almost as fast as your income. Then you're 35, making $80,000. Another upgrade cycle. Nicer apartment, nicer car, nicer lifestyle. Then you're 40, making $100,000, and you look at your bank account and realize you have maybe 30 or 40,000 saved, and you can't figure out how that happened. You're making great money. You're not being reckless, but somehow you're still not building wealth. And the reason is simple. You kept treating your income as your spending limits. Every raise, every promotion, every increase in earnings got absorbed by increases in spending. You made more money, but you didn't keep more money, and that's why you never hit 250,000. Meanwhile, the person who does hit 250,000 did something completely different. When they got that raise from 40 to 60,000, they didn't upgrade their life by 20,000 a year. Maybe they upgraded a little, bought themselves something nice, improved their situation slightly, but most of that extra income went straight to investments. When they went from 60 to 80,000, same thing. Their lifestyle improved marginally, but the gap between their income and their expenses kept growing. By the time they were making 100,000, they might have been living like someone making 60 or 70. And that gap, that $30,000 or $40,000 a year that they weren't spending, that's what built wealth. That's what compounded into 250,000, then 500,000, then more. They broke the pattern. They stopped treating income as a spending limit and started treating it as a wealth building tool. And here's the psychological trap that keeps most people stuck in this pattern. Spending more feels like success. When you get a raise and you upgrade your car or your apartment, it feels like you're moving up in life. It feels like you're doing what you're supposed to do. It feels like you're winning. It's like calm, but what you've actually done is lock yourself into a more expensive lifestyle that now requires that higher income just to maintain. You're not more financially secure. You're just spending more. Your expenses went up, so your financial stress is probably the same or worse because now you need every dollar of that higher income. You've traded potential wealth for temporary lifestyle improvement, and you've made it that much harder to ever break free because now your baseline expenses are so high that you can't imagine living any other way. But here's what makes this so brutal. Time is working against you. Every year you spend your entire income instead of investing a portion of it is a year of compound growth you'll never get back. If you're 30 and you're spending everything you make, you're not just missing out on saving money this year. You're missing out on that money growing for the next 35 years before retirement. Every dollar you spend now instead of invest is costing you multiple dollars in future wealth. And most people don't realize this until they're in their 40s or 50s, and by then they've lost decades of compounding. They look around and see people their age who are financially secure, who have built real wealth, and they wonder how that happened. And the answer is almost always the same. Those people stopped treating their income as their spending limit 20 or 30 years ago. Look, here's what you need to understand, and I mean really internalize. You will never, ever reach $250,000 or any meaningful level of wealth if you keep spending everything you earn. It doesn't matter how much your income grows. It doesn't matter how good you are at your job or how many raises you get. If your spending rises as fast as your income, you stay broke. You might be broke at a higher income level, broke with nicer stuff, but you're still broke in the sense that you're not building wealth and you have no financial security. The only way to break this cycle is to consciously, deliberately decouple your spending from your income. To decide that when you get a raise, most of it goes to investments, not lifestyle upgrades, to keep your lifestyle relatively stable even as your income grows, to treat the gap between what you earn and what you spend as the most important number in your financial life. That gap is what builds wealth, right? That gap is what gets you to 250,000 and beyond. And if you don't have a gap, you'll never get there. It's really that simple. Most people never reach $250,000 because they spend every dollar they make for their entire working lives. That's the reason. That's the whole explanation. Not bad luck, not insufficient income, not lack of financial knowledge. Just the simple, repeated decision to let lifestyle inflation eat every increase in earnings. So if you want to be in the minority of people who actually build wealth, you have to do something different. You have to break the pattern. You have to stop treating your income as your spending limit and start treating it as your wealth building capacity. Because if you don't, you'll end up like most people, working your entire life and having almost nothing to show for it. And honestly, you're capable of so much better than that. If this hit you harder than you expected, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to understand exactly how small decisions compound into massive wealth. Check out the $1,000 decision that snowballs into millions. I'll see you in the next one.